Located in Richland, Washington next to the Yakima River, Horn Rapids is often described as the most challenging course in Tri-Cities. With its narrow fairways, small greens, numerous bunkers both greenside and fairway, as well as the waste bunkers and the desert landscape, it forces you to not only be accurate with your shots, but also to be smart with the way you plan them. Come join me as we preview the course, because this is Every Hole at Horn Rapids Golf Course with Connor MacDougall. Hole number 1 is a short par 4 with a sharp dogleg right at the end of the fairway. Although the green is drivable for long hitters, watch out for the greenside bunker as it has a nasty lip in some places. The smart players lay up to the left in the wide part of the fairway to give themselves a wedge into the green. Hole number 2 is the number 1 course handicap, and for good reason. At over 400 yards from the white tees, it's the longest par 4 on the course. The dogleg right does offer an option to cut the corner and shorten the hole slightly, but don't miss right or short, or you'll be playing your second shot from the sand, and that's if you can find the ball. The design doesn't provide players with a bailout when aiming for the green, because missing either right or left will result in a tricky third shot either from the sand or from that hill that drops off. Hole number 3 is an uphill par 5 that usually plays with a left to right wind. The name of the game on this hole is to keep it on the green stuff. Any lie other than grass could end up costing you multiple strokes. At under 500 yards, it's makeable in 2 for the long hitters, but presents a blind approach shot to the green and a narrow landing zone in the fairway after about 250 yards, so your tee shot has to be accurate. Missing short and left is definitely the safest bailout, as it will give you an uphill chip to any pin position on the green. Try not to be in that bunker, as it's a tricky shot. As the number 3 handicap, hole number 4 is the second hardest hole on the front 9. It's a dogleg right par 4 that doesn't really provide much of a landing zone closer than about 120 yards. The safe play is to aim for that 150 yard mark and play a longer shot into the green, but a lot of people will try to cut the corner and end up in that waste bunker for a short wedge shot in. If you're going to miss the green, left is definitely the best option, as you don't want to be in either of those bunkers. Hole number 5 is a short downhill par 5 that's been affectionately nicknamed the ATM because it pays out so well in league play. The first landing zone runs out of fairway after about 250 yards, at which point you're in that waste bunker and it's a crapshoot whether or not you have a good lie or you're stuck in a sagebrush. The smart play is long iron, mid iron, wedge, but people are occasionally rewarded with an eagle by hitting driver into that waste bunker and then going for the green in 2. Like most holes, short is a safe miss, as it leaves you the easiest chip up onto the green. Hole number 6 requires an accurate tee shot due to the greenside bunkers covering from the left and the right side. Although it looks like it plays uphill and long, it usually plays to the number or even a bit shorter due to the prevailing wind being a right to left, slight downwind towards the green. Hole number 7 is another long par 4, but it plays significantly easier than hole number 2, given that it's straight and slightly downhill. If you're going to miss somewhere off the tee, right's definitely the best option, as that slope will most likely kick your ball left and maybe back into the fairway even. The fairway also does kind of funnel and run downhill after a certain point, so a long drive could run out real far for you. Make sure not to miss your approach shot to the right, as the green slopes away from that greenside bunker. Hole number 8 is a downhill par 3 that measures around 170 yards, but usually plays a club or a club and a half shorter than that. Pin placement is going to determine the safest miss. Depending on the day you play, you really just want to make sure you're not short-siding yourself on this hole. To finish off the front 9, we've got hole number 9, which is a short dogleg right par 4. There's lots of space on the left side of the fairway, but there's also a large tree protecting the green if you go too far left or too far deep into that fairway. So if you don't have a high wedge shot, sticking to the right half of the fairway is definitely the best chance that you'll have a good look at the green. With water left and long and a bunker short and to the right, your only option is to be accurate with your approach shot. To start off the back 9, you have an uphill par 4. But be careful, because you run out of fairway after about 260 yards, so you really got to decide whether or not hitting driver is the best option. The approach shot is usually the most difficult part of this hole, as it often requires a blind uphill shot from an uphill lie to a narrow green. Hole 11 is a dogleg left par 4, and it definitely presents a pick your poison situation. With less than 25 yards between those two fairway bunkers, the most popular option is usually to try to carry the left bunker. You can also lay up short and to the right, or try to thread the needle between the two bunkers. No matter where you aim, being on the right side of the hole is definitely the best spot to approach the green from, as the green runs diagonally from right to left. Number 12 is definitely the most challenging par 5 on the course. At 550 yards, it would be a long par 5 to begin with, but then you add in the sharp double dogleg left, and you've got yourself a very challenging hole that most people don't even make par on, let alone birdie. Although it's hard for most people to stomach, the best option on this hole is usually to hit 2 long irons and then try to give yourself 150 yards or less into the green. That's not the usual game plan on a par 5, but on this hole specifically, if you walk away with a par, you should be pretty happy. Hole number 13 is a par 3 that plays downhill and provides beautiful views of the Yakima River and the surrounding area. The green is very narrow, which makes it for a very difficult tee shot, and beware of the wind because it can definitely influence your club selection on this hole. Hole number 14 is the first of 3 par 4s in a row on the back 9. It plays almost as straight and flat as they come. Not really much as far as strategy on this one, just get your tee shot as far up there as possible and try to get a wedge into the green. You definitely don't want to miss left or right into those waste areas, as they are very difficult to hit out of and you might not even find your ball at all. In direct contrast to hole number 14, number 15 plays uphill and also slopes heavily from the right to left. So if you're someone with a right to left shot shape, you want to be very careful where you aim here, as your ball can easily bounce off that fairway across the cart path and into the water hazard. You also don't want to be too long through the fairway, or else you're in that large waste bunker. Number 16 is the last of those 3 consecutive par 4s and is a dogleg right. The blind tee shot makes this one look straight, but don't be fooled. Make sure you account for that dogleg and don't just aim straight over the hill. You do not want to be to the left, so if you're going to miss off the tee, make sure you're missing to the right, as there's a lot more space over there. Similarly with your approach shot, you do not want to miss to the left, as there is a very steep hill there and it's a very tough shot back to the green. Hole number 17 is another downhill par 3 and another small green heavily protected by bunkers. Long or right are definitely the bailouts on this hole, as you do not want to have to deal with coming out of or going over those greenside bunkers. Number 18 is another par 5 that presents a scoring opportunity, but not without risk. Some players may aim left off the tee and try to cut the corner and shorten the hole by threading the needle between the fairway bunkers and the driving range. Stay out of those fairway bunkers at all costs, because they have tall lips, and if you're in one of those, you're most likely going for the green in 3 if not 4. If you do happen to make it up on the green in 2, congratulations, and now you get the chance for an eagle putt in front of the clubhouse patio.